First bands I really kind of fell in love with were Weezer, Nirvana, Pixies, At the Drive-In. That was like my middle school, high school, just all the time music.
You really loved At the Drive-In.
I did.
So did I, actually. I don't talk about it very much, but
I don't think it's embarrassing. Some people I think
I'm not embarrassed by it. I liked Via a lot, and I liked In Casino Out and Relationship. Those are all good records. Going back, have you listened to them recently?
yeah,
You like them still?
they do. They're still good.
Okay.
You and I pace along the grass and think of what we had, ambivalent and young.
Yes, that was the original name. My friend Andrew actually came up with the name when we were living in San Diego. He's basically living at my parents' house. But yeah, that's a true story. Early on.
Yeah, I was in bands in high school and stuff, but I couldn't really play an instrument. But I've just always gone to shows and been interested in making music. So I put out a really, really shitty demo when I was like 15, and I played all the instruments on it, and I didn't know how to play any of the instruments, really. And it's really emo. I'm like crying on it.
I definitely tried to have like a pin back. I had this band that was just totally. I was just taking mushrooms every weekend during ninth grade. But before that, I was in a band called One Step Short. That was just. I just wanted to be on Fat Records. Basically, that was my first band. First guitar I got was I was 11, so that's when I started like trying to, I guess, put together songs. I don't know. I never know what to say, how to describe Wavves. There's so many different sounding songs that Wavves has recorded in the whatever career or whatever it is, that I'd say it's a hard one to peg, and I'd like to keep it that way. But it's the American surf rock thing, or surf rock, I think is always going to be a go-to. But, you know, people used to say we were beach goth because I wrote a song called Beach Goth, and then it was beach punk, and then it was, you know, I don't know, there were a bunch of them.
It used to just be lo-fi.
Yeah,
that
it was
a
lo-fi.
genre.
Oh, yeah, it was lo-fi. I was a lo-fi pioneer.
Modern day lo-fi.
Nope.
pioneer.
Yeah, exactly. The people that did it in the 80s, and then the people that did it in the 70s.
But probably just dumb. The truth is that it hurts, and what's it really worth?
Second studio album. Yeah, fourth record. I recorded the first two records in my parents' garage, which I don't know. Maybe that's a studio, but
It's called Afraid of Heights. We didn't have a theme really, but we did have a goal to make a complete album, like that flows from front to back, like well. And I don't know, we spent like a year recording it.
I guess the people have said thus far that it's generally a more mature theme, and it deals with a little bit of the more serious aspects of.
It's a more personal record than the previous ones, I guess.
Definitely a more
Like,
honest.
lyrically.
I think even musically it is, probably. But yeah, lyrically, I definitely talked about some stuff that I probably was too nervous or shy to talk about on King of the Beach. Afraid of Heights, it was a record that was, from its inception, very pure, I think. I think that's the biggest difference to me is that we did it exactly how we wanted to. We took a year. We recorded with who we wanted to. We didn't have any labels involved. Nobody else came into the studio ever to do anything. They wanted to do like in studio stuff, and since we didn't have a label, we were like, no, you can't come in here. We're working. We're making something right now. So once we're done, we'll show you. But until then, like, off limits. So I think that was a big help.
No hope and no future. Holding a gun to my head. So send me an angel, or bury me deeply instead. With demons to lead on.
I don't think any certain band was an inspiration to the record. I wanted to make a Wavves record, and people grabbed onto a couple of influences that we had that every motherfucker has that ever plays
Yeah, that's
guitar
our age.
music.
I mean, we grew up on Nirvana and Weezer. I mean, it's hard to, I guess, not let that show through a little bit.
Yeah, but then there's songs like Mystic on the record and Cop that, don't sound anything like those. I like the picture. It's cool. It's from this book about tattoos during the turn of the 20th century. And it was the producer John's book. And the tattoo artist was Rich Mingus, I think his name is. I don't know. It was just... I just liked the idea of it. I liked how stoic the guy looks. It's like,
Yeah, he looks like a 16-year-old kid with a knife tattooed on his forehead. That's pretty hard. That's cool.
yeah, I want to be that kid. I love Pat.
Yeah, Patrick's awesome.
That's my doggy. I love Pat. I would work with Pat 100 times over. Nothing. I mean, I know a bunch of skaters. I've skated basically my whole life. I grew up. I got into music because of skate videos. A lot of the songs and bands that I found were because of skate videos. Welcome to Hell, like I discovered so many bands because of that fucking video. And I'd go to premieres and stuff. But yeah, I met Spanky and Pat in LA when I moved there, or when I moved back rather. And they're just, I don't know, they're just like genuinely nice, like down to earth, fun dudes.
In the sky, it's never coming back. No hope and no future. We'll die the same loser.
I'd want to be on Costin's team, so I guess I'd go with Girl.
Can I be sponsored by McDonald's?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd take a Nike sponsor, actually. Nike. Me and P-Rod.
Bud Light.
You could probably get a Colt
I
45.
think Pat Duffy was sponsored by Budweiser at one
Oh,
point.
really?
Really?
Which was, I heard that and thought, that's fucked up. How's that even possible?
That's sick. Because a lot of those guys are drunk-ass motherfuckers. That's why it's possible. Let's see. Well, it's hard, but I'd say it's a kind of a toss-up. I mean, it really, really depends. There are a lot. There are a couple. So I'd say there's Mario 64, because I think it generally invented the idea of a 3D platform or like a sandbox-style game. Although the camera is completely broken by today's standards, and then a game like Final Fantasy VII, just a little bit later, but totally revitalized how people perceived role-playing games. It made it like a little bit less nerdy. People understood that there was just like a little bit of tactic to it, but I think it paved the way for a lot of these games.
I'm going to say Super Mario 3.
Classic.
And then GoldenEye on N64.
Another classic.
I think that was the first like actually workable first person shooter type game.
There's Duke Nukem.
Yeah,
And Doom.
but I'm talking about for video. Like a Doom wasn't on like a Nintendo.
They did Doom 64.
Did they?
But GoldenEye was like, you could pick up GoldenEye if you like didn't really play video games. You could fuck around with your friends and you could kind of like start to get it pretty quickly. GoldenEye was definitely a good one. It was cool. He sent his stuff in.
Yeah, we didn't even see him.
Yeah, we didn't have to see his stupid fucking face.
But we,
He's gonna be here in a little bit though. We'll have to see him. I love Damien.
yeah, we toured with him a couple years ago, and I don't know. He's been friends of ours for a long time. I was the first man he ever kissed.
And we actually got him high, I think, for the first time. Yeah. He was straight edge, and we got him to smoke weed with us. And he's definitely bringing us weed tonight, which is pretty cool. And Ben from Fucked Up is coming tonight, too. And Aaron, who's in Bitters with him.
Holding a gun to my head, so send me an angel, or bury me deeply inside, with demons to lead
A series of disappointments.
Nothing. Life is absolutely pointless.
Life is a series of disappointments and nothing. That's good.
Anybody who tries to tell you that it's not pointless is trying to make you feel guilty. And mess
No,
up
they're
your
just
life.
trying to talk themselves into thinking it's not pointless.
Yeah.
They just want something to live for. Then you realize,
You have to be a pretty stuck up son of a bitch to think that you matter.
yeah, like there's some divine. Get the fuck out of here.
Out of the billions and billions of people that have lived on just this planet,
More than billions, probably even, right? Don't you think? I mean, who even knows
there's been a big
who
boom.
existed
Yeah.
before that? Though there could have been another planet that got to our point in technology now and just completely got wiped.
But you're fucking dumb if you think you matter.
Yeah.